What's up, you guys? Jace here with the Portuguese Brothers. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about snatch mechanics, in particular proper angles. And if we get this correct, we're going to be able to instantly snatch more weight due to us creating a bigger torque arm and more leverage coming into our movement. So we're going to start first talking about the proper setup and how to stay deep and far back on your heels and how this will help create better angles in our movement. So let me go ahead and get myself in a starting position and I'll explain as we go. So what I'm going to basically try and do is I got to keep my knees and shoulders right in line over the bar. This is what's going to allow my hips to stay as far back as possible. And the whole key about keeping back in the heels is about keeping your butt drawn as far back as you can to get as deep as you can to create as much velocity with those hips shooting forward, gaining speed. So when I set myself up in my snatch position, I want to make sure my shoulders remain over the bar, and I'm going to start with my butt high. So therefore I can load my hamstrings as I drop down into my starting position, keeping my weight fully into my heels. So I get in my snatch position, I'm going to angle myself to my bar so my shoulders are right over the bar. Once I get in good position, I'm going to load my hamstrings, set my butt back as far as I can, get my butt as far back as I can, shoulders over the bar. So therefore when I stand up in my position, I'm going to keep my weight in my heels. I'm over the butt line here. My shoulders are over the line being the bar, and my hip is as far back as I could possibly set it instead of being shallow or coming up too far in that lean back position. Because now, as you can see, the bar in relationship to my hips is relatively close. And I want to stay as far back into my heels as I can to generate that speed until my hips meet the bar. So it's really about the whole tip and trick as far as staying back in the heels is put together with the relationship between keeping that hip as far back as I can with my shoulders over the bar. And that will allow me to get time to generate speed and power till I'm in that triple extension. So whenever we hear about keeping the knees back way on the heels, is for that specific reason of the angle, keeping that butt as far away from that bar as I can. So therefore I have time to generate speed as I'm pulling the bar into my body, and I'll be at peak velocity for my angles by the time they meet, creating the biggest power possible. So a very big physics tip for you guys on working with those snatches: start from the setup and work that deep hip angle staying on those heels. So a little tip from the Portuguese Brothers. Until next time.